Hello again, everybody. Just got another contribution off through GoFundMe, and as I said, if you send a contribution, you immediately get a video made. So this came in through Facebook, and this is from April. Thank you so much for all that you do. Your videos helped me go no contact with my mother in March of 2014. I had struggled with the decision to go no contact for over 10 years. I tried a few times before unsuccessfully, but because of you, I finally found the strength to let go. I still feel guilty at times, especially when her birthday or Mother's Day comes around. I wonder if all that guilt will go away. It will. It will. And I'm not sure why you feel guilty. Usually it's the guilt over the guilt you don't feel, but that's for you to decide. But you have no reason to feel guilty. My mother no longer wanted to be a mother after my parents divorced. I was 3 years old. She left me alone to party and spend time. She left me alone to party and spend time with men. She yelled at me when I messed up her plans. And so many women who get divorced and then they want to go out and party, they do this. My parents were partiers. My grandmother was a partier. And if you, as a child, screwed up their plans of partying and getting laid or whoring around, it was your fault. But it goes to show you why, okay, usually they get divorced and why they're single and who they really are. I moved in with my father and stepmother when I was 8. Stepmother abused me, beat me with belts. Once she broke a belt while beating me. She beat me for lying when I was telling the truth. Welts on my legs. Stepmom hit me over the head with a heavy bucket because my little brother cough medicine, because I gave my little brother cough medicine because he was sick. I was just trying to help her. My mother was physically abusive. She broke so many wooden spoons and different things, beating me with. And then when she would break them, I'd get beaten more for breaking them or accused of fighting back. And the welts and the split lips, and I understand that. And hits over the head. And my mother used to turn this giant engagement wedding ring with a giant wedding band. That was white, it was huge, and she would turn that around and just crack me with it, the violent bitch. Stepmother told my brother he didn't need me to play with because there was a new baby on the way, and that baby would be his real sibling. She said I wasn't his real sister. She miscarried this child. Stepmother told me to get out of her face when I repeatedly answered a question wrong on my homework, and would draw a big X over my work, so I would have to start over. I became an anxious perfectionist because of her. And this is another issue with a lot of stepchildren, stepmothers. They are jealous because they feel you're going to take attention away from the new husband and the new family, and it's really sick. And I really blame your father for allowing it to happen. Your father, because obviously your father is attracted to a certain type of narcissistic, abusive asshole. So really, a lot of this falls at his feet for allowing it to happen. Stepmother would make me clean all the dishes in the kitchen if I didn't clean one well enough. I was washing dishes, doing laundry, ironing everyone's clothes at 8 years old. Stepmother sent me to bed with no dinner when I didn't finish cleaning the whole house by 6 p.m. Stepmother took dinner from me if I didn't finish eating within a certain time frame. This is like my wife. She, at 6, 7 years old, was doing dishes, doing laundry while the whole family sat on their fucking asses. My wife tells me a story because it still traumatizes her to this day, that her mother, because she didn't like donuts, she didn't eat a lot of junk food, so her mother gave her a donut to eat and she didn't want it, so she threw it out, and then the mother made her eat the food directly out of the garbage can, completely dehumanizing. So this is another tactic that these narcissistic abusers use. Stepmother beat me in the car when I tried to walk to school on my own one day without telling her because I was afraid to wake her up and bother her. To say I was afraid of her is an understatement. Oh, those narcissists hate to be woken up for you. Hate to be woken up for you. One of the worst beatings I ever got was I woke my mother up to give her the mail because I thought I was helping out. And she got up and she fucking kicked the goddamn shit out of me. Don't you ever wake me up. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. There were a few times I had to stand in front of my father, stepmother, half-brother and apologize for giving them such a hard time. My stepmother never apologized to me. Once, while my father and I were talking in their bedroom, she grabbed me off the floor and pushed me out the door. Why do you always give her special treatment? I never wanted to step foot in their room after that. Well, where the hell was your father? Because let me tell you something. If I ever saw anybody put their fucking hands on my daughter, that'd be the last thing they ever goddamn do. You should have grabbed her by her fucking chicken head neck and said, you ever lay a hand on my kid again, it'll be the last thing you ever fucking do. My mother found out about these things when I was 13 and got custody of me. She only wanted custody to spend the child support money. Oh, Christ. I was her servant. I have suffered from chronic fatigue since I was really little. She'd get mad when the dishes weren't washed by a certain time if I washed them too slowly. She'd come in the kitchen and belittle me. You're too slow. I was never as slow as you. Wow, your dad could really pick them, huh? And this is what I'm saying. This is what I've been saying the whole time with these enablers, these narcissists. They attract the same type of person regardless who the person is. Because obviously he married the same fucking woman twice. And of course she was only out for the child support money, and we all know how I feel about the whole child custody system, the family court system. She always says things like, I don't understand you, I don't think like you. If it were a matter between life and death, you wouldn't make it. You're not going to make it. She'd belittle my dreams, invade my privacy. She'd stole my money and every money I earned for babysitting. She lied to me often. She once lied and said she had cancer. Oh, my mother was telling me she had cancer since I was 10 years old. 10 years old. Yet the bitch is 65 and still making everybody in her life miserable. They love to lie about cancer. They love to lie about cancer. Belittle your dreams, invade your privacy. I mean, are we all seeing now that these narcissists all are picking their tactics at the same narcissistic fucking grab bag? It's the same narcissistic grab bag they use every single fucking time that they choose from. She made fun of my weight. I was an emotional eater. I weighed 185 pounds in 8th grade. She made fun of my clothes and my skin color. She told me my hair looked bad. I'd go without what I needed. I also have a skin condition. She waited until over half my face was discolored before she took me to the doctor. I had bad skin as a kid too. It took a while for anybody till she was embarrassed into taking me to the doctor. She would tell me I have, nigger hair, nigger lips, nigger this, nigger that, nigger, nigger, nigger. That's just was the way my mother was. Because she was called that as well. So, they love to project what they had happen to them back on you. And I'm telling you, I could see this woman's picture and she's a beautiful woman. Mother would leave me in the house with her boyfriend, who was only 5 years older than me. God almighty. She didn't care if I heard them have sex. Oh boy, did I hear my parents' sex sessions and see them. They're swinging and their sex tapes, and that got all out of town. Was loud on purpose sometimes. She would spend child support money on him. Wasn't able to take my senior pictures in because she spent the money on him. She also spent the child support money on my half-sister who was born in 2002 when I was 17. She did so much for her, but not for me. She didn't teach me how to drive or cook. She didn't teach me anything. She didn't want me to work or go to college after I graduated from high school. Mother wanted me to stay at home and take care of my sister. Ah, another indentured servant, huh? Funny. Again, are we seeing our stories matching? Everybody's stories are matching up to everybody else's, that we're all not alone in this. My sister, as attached to me as she was to my mom, she stopped talking to me when I decided to go to college and find a job against her will. Because her will is to have you be an indentured servant and a slave. That's why. Because that's all you were. You're an ends to a means. Your mother only wanted custody for the child support money, so she could support her friggin' probably, if I had to guess, her new husband was probably some fucking Madden King or Call of Duty Colonel sitting on the couch playing video games, right? I have no doubt. I left home without notice shortly before I turned 19. Mother was mad. I left some stuff in my grandmother's house because I couldn't take it all with me. She had her boyfriend break into my grandmother's house and take all my stuff. Again, narcissist epic entitlement. Can't stop, can't keep their hands off your shit. She accused me of getting an abortion because my period hadn't come for months before I moved out. Well, probably because of all the stress you were under, that affects your cycle. My grandmother had double teamed with my mom against me. I was so stressed out, that's why my cycle was irregular. Jumped into a bad relationship at 18, stayed until I was 25. Mother forged some documents when my grandmother passed away. Oh, well, I learned firsthand narcissists love forging documents because they can take liberties with your name, your body, your possessions. It doesn't matter. You don't count. Cashed retirement checks after my grandmother's death. I became responsible for $3,000. She put my boyfriend's, at the time, parents' address on the form. She lied and said we were both living there. In order to dispute that, I would have to drag his elderly parents into drama, so I didn't. When I moved in with his parents, my mother came over to have a meeting with his mom, my boyfriend, and me. I was 19. I didn't need permission to stay there. Should have thrown her right the fuck out. So who the fuck are you, bitch? Beat street. Beat it. Beat it. Go home to your fucking Madden King, Call of Duty Colonel, sitting on the couch. What? No more child. See, once the child support money ran out, then she has to start cashing retirement checks. What a piece of shit. My mother was the first one to take credit for me getting accepted to UCLA, even though she didn't help me get there. Well, I've talked about that, how the narcissist will always take credit for your accomplishments while denigrating you in private. And UCLA is a goddamn good school, so you're obviously a very bright woman to be able to get into that school. That's the first thing she says to anyone about me. My daughter goes to UCLA. Makes my stomach turn. This is what I talked about with my wife's parents, about how narcissists celebrate your accomplishments, how it basically takes your motivation to do anything because these people steal it from you, and then they brag about it in public and then abuse you for it in private. Once I sent same-day $80 flowers on Mother's Day to her because she was whining about not receiving anything when other mothers were. Like an idiot, I sent them because I felt guilty. So, well, too bad, bitch. Should have been a better mother. Anyway, my sister is now 13 and I'm not sure what to do about her. We don't have much of a relationship now. She runs and tells my mother everything we talk about. Should I go no contact with her too? Should I block them both on Facebook? Yes. Yes. Unless you're going to try to file for custody of your sister, which you really, I don't know what kind of chance you would have at your age getting custody of a 13-year-old. If the 13-year-old doesn't want to come live with you, seems like the 13-year-old is a little golden child and runs back to your mother and tells her whatever she wants because it benefits her. I would cut them all out. Cut them all out. Never look back. I apologize for such a long message. I did make a donation, but please don't feel obligated to respond to this. It is a lot. Thank you for your time. Well, I did say if you send a donation, I would respond. And your story is so typical of so many other stories of so much abuse that goes on in these families of divorce with step parents and the family courts using child support. Your mother stolen your possessions and used you as an indentured servant, forged your name, forged other people's addresses, treated you as a child, as an adult, to hold some kind of narcissistic trial, put you on trial in front of your boyfriend and his parents. Okay, this is what continues to happen in these patterns of narcissistic abuse. This is why going no contact and staying no contact is so important. Okay, I think you've done an excellent job with yourself considering all the abuse you've gone through. And for you to get into a school like UCLA and be able to go there is something you really need to be proud of, for real. So I hope this has helped. I really do. I hope you have success in whatever you want to do in your life. You are a very beautiful woman. So, take that for what it's worth. Whatever problems you might have had in the past are behind you. Thank you for your donation. It is very generous in helping me keep this channel going. I really do appreciate it. Anyone else who wants to make a donation and help out with the channel, if you enjoy it, the link is in the description box. And remember, if you do make a donation and you want your story out there, I will immediately make a video for you first chance I get, and keep you anonymous if you want, or use your name if you want, however you want to handle it. So once again, this is Otley Matthews. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see everybody again shortly. Take care, everyone. Bye.